Hey guys, how you doing? It's Gavin here from Starfresh Personal Training, and today's little video is going to be about one of the reasons that you're not losing weight, and how if you've got a Fitbit you can sort of start losing weight again. And it's all down to the BMR. Okay, so the BMR is the basal metabolic rate, and that's basically the energy that we need to that we expend to live. All right. Now, what you find is a lot of the time that we can't lose weight, and we're looking for fad diets. We're looking for super exercises and the newest thing and the supplements and anything else, and no one ever takes this into consideration. Now, I did a little video which I'll link down below regarding your heart rate zones, and it was a very similar sort of chart as the BMR. So what I'm going to talk about with this one is that the basic, like I said, that's the amount of energy we expend to survive. So basically, if you are overeating and not doing much activity, the amount of calories that you need to support you are probably a lot lower, and don't take into consideration the non-activity and the amount of food you eat. Okay, so I'll grab a red pen. Okay, so if we just say this is your metabolic rate, and I'm going to use 2,500 calories. Alright, hope you can see that there, yeah. And let's just say you overeat to 3,000 calories. Okay, so as you can see with it's 500 calories per day that you're taking in above your metabolic rate, which is going to cause you to have weight gain. This is a simple equation, guys. It's simply calories in versus calories out. Okay, there's a bunch of other factors in between which are going to affect it, but let's just get the basics right first. Energy balance. If you take in more calories than you burn off, you're going to put weight on. Okay, there's no magic pill. You just need to be more active, and you need to eat a little bit less usually. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. So with your Fitbit, okay, put Fitbit there. What that does, although it's not amazingly accurate, it's going to give you a bunch of data that you can work with. Okay, so you can't just put Fitbit on and it's going to work. Okay, what you need to do is wear it for about maybe a week, maybe even a month, and the longer the better. And what you're going to be able to do with the Fitbit is you're going to be able to see how many calories on a daily basis you burn off. Okay, so for me, on average, it's around about 2,800. Okay, that's roughly what I do on a daily basis according to my Fitbit. Do I burn off 2,800 calories? I don't know. I don't really care. But that's a base for me. So I know if I have really inactive days that I'm only burning off, I don't know, 1,800, 2,000 calories a day, and if I eat 3,000 calories a day, then what do you expect to happen? If I consistently do that over time, then I'm going to put weight on. But I use my Fitbit. I'm not religious now of looking at it every day like I used to be, but because what I do is pretty standard now, is I do the same things over and over and over, and I manage to maintain my weight. So obviously my energy balance is pretty good, so I don't really put any weight on, so I know I'm eating about the same amount of calories that I expend on a daily basis. Simple as that. And I exercise, and that helps as well. So the days I don't exercise, I tend to eat a little bit less sometimes. But what you need to understand is that this basic metabolic rate. So going back to the Fitbit, if you get a Fitbit, you're going to get a bunch of data. Look at it, find the average of what you actually do on a weekly basis. Okay, and that is going to be your magic number. Okay, then what you're going to do, two things. Right, you can try and decrease your calories. Okay, so you put decrease calories, or add more exercise. All right. So with reducing your calories, I prefer to do that later on. Okay, that's not this what you might expect isn't the first thing I go to, and I tell you the reason why is that there's something called a thermic effect of feeding. Okay, so when you eat, it encourages your metabolism to start working a little bit more with digestion. So when you're digesting, your metabolism is firing. Okay, and if you're eating properly and you're eating protein, 30% of the 30% of the calories used for digestion of protein. 30% of the calories in protein is goes towards digestion, because protein is hard to digest. Therefore, you can really influence your metabolic rate. Okay, 30% maybe, probably not that high, but just for example. And also as well, if you're starting to weight train, okay, which you should be doing, it's going to help build some muscle. So when you've got more muscle on your body, it's basically an active tissue, which means that it burns calories when at rest. Okay, so we're not talking about getting massive like bodybuilders, we're just talking about stimulations of muscle, and the growth of new muscle will burn calories at rest, which is really cool. So first thing I'd say to you to do is, this is your metabolic rate. Say you over a week you've worked it out, and it's going to be, let's just say for me or for you, you worked out that on average you burn 2,500 calories a day and you can't lose weight. What you need to do is start exercising. I'm not talking about huge hours long exercising. This could just mean go for a bit of a walk, alright? This could just mean add 15 minutes of exercise per day, and that could be a brisk walk, alright? If you do that, you are then going to decrease this a little bit, okay? Sorry, increase this a little bit to maybe 2,600 calories, okay? Which means that you've had an extra 100 calories in a deficit through the day. Which means that potentially, if you did nothing else and you just burn an extra 100 calories a day over the course of a week, that's 700 calories. Over the course of 2 weeks, that's 400 calories. And by the end of the month, you're looking at nearly 3,000 calories, 2,800 calories. And you know what they say is, and it's really a loose term, is that about 3,500 calories is about 1 kilo of body fat. So think about it. If you increase your amount of activity by 100 calories a day over the course of time, you're going to start to see results. Okay, and that is why the Fitbit is so brilliant, because then you can set something on it. You'll have an average. When you work that out over the week and you already know what you're doing, it's really good, because then you can just go and say, right, okay, all I'm going to do, I'm going to burn an extra 100 calories off every single day. And there's loads of ways you can do that, okay? You know, you can go for a 10-minute walk, as long as it's brisk enough, and depending on your weight and everything else and the intensity of the walk, you could burn 100 calories easy. Alright, if that becomes too much for you, so this is where you mix and match, okay? If that becomes too much for you and you think, you know what, I can't get for a walk today, I can't burn my 100 calories off, then what do? Then you go to your diet, okay? Then you take off 100 calories of food. Now, 100 calories of food, to put it in perspective, is one slice of bread. It's one glass of milk. It's nothing. It really isn't. It isn't that much. But it's so powerful to move out one thing in your diet, and you decrease that 100 calories. So if you're someone that's struggling to lose weight, and this is, and you really can't do anything at all, and you've got a Fitbit and you've got it and you don't know what to do with it, this is what you need to look at. Okay, you need to start seeing what your BMR is, seeing what your calories are over the course of a week, and then doing something. Okay, like I said, nutrition or exercise, pretty much that's where it can come from. And then you will start to see results. It's as simple as that. There's no magic pill, there's no magic potions, there's no magic supplement that's going to do it. It just takes a bit of adjustment. And look at this number, and look at your basal metabolic rate, and then start to try and change it. All right. I'm going to make some other videos and stuff about exercise, the impact on your metabolic rate, but just in very brief. If you exercise properly and you eat good foods, you're going to increase your metabolic, or your metabolism anyway, okay? You're going to increase your metabolism just by doing those three things. As I said, you just quickly, when you weight train, or when you do those sorts of activities, you increasingly muscle mass, which then uses calories to live. It's an expensive tissue, muscle, and it needs calories just to survive. So if you put a little bit of hard work in, okay, a little bit of work on a daily basis, this will increase. Therefore, you can eat a bit more. You can have the odd snack and you can still lose weight, okay? So, let's just say you put a bit of muscle on. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I think, I'm not even going to go there. I don't remember the numbers, but I know for a fact that a couple of kilos or a couple of pounds of muscle is equal to a few hundred calories. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I know that that is the case. And for me personally, it's been exactly right. When I was always struggling to lose weight, I was such in a calorie deficit. I wasn't exercising. My BMR was down here somewhere, and what was happening was that it didn't take much for me to slightly overeat to put weight on, and that's when people are like, look at a bar. I could look at a bar of chocolate and put weight on. End of the day, when I started training, doing exercise, and started watching and changing my diet around a little bit, adding more protein in, adding in more fibre, this starts to shoot up. And what's really interesting is because I've been tracking this for a long time now. When I got really really lean about maybe 5 years ago, before when my little boy was born, and I was eating 1,800 calories a day, right? So that's how low my metabolism was. Over a couple of years, I've increased my food, carried on exercising. I did a video the other day where I've put on 5 kilos of muscle over the last year or so, probably now must be 8, I guess, over the years I've been training. And now I can eat up to 2,600 calories per day and not put any weight on. That's nearly 800. My metabolism is sped up to such a point, my BMR is raised. So when you exercise and eat well, your metabolic rate will rise and you will lose weight. That's enough for today. Start fresh, guys. If you don't make a change today, how will tomorrow be any different? Cheers.